come to the table of communion, the words of Jesus we have termed or entitled the Sermon on the Mount. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, because they shall be filled. Growing up as a kid, my favorite day of the year, December 25th. And great parents who made that a special day, and I'm thankful for that. And when I think back to that time, I think of the longing. You know, December 1st, it will never get here. And just physically and mentally and emotionally can't wait to get to that day, get a new cache of toys or whatever. Not clothes. My grandparents always think clothes, and when you open the clothes, where are the toys? Best day of the year, December 25th. Worst day of the year? December 26th, because it's 364, I guess.
Yes.
And, everything we've talked about up to this point is a great reminder, as Bob led us in the last few weeks, eloquently and succinctly, that God has come into the world. We believe that Jesus of Nazareth was a real person, born at the times that we looked at. And we believe the claims of Jesus of Nazareth, that Jesus of Nazareth, that he was God. But all of that, we believe he came to the world, died for our sins, was resurrected, is going to come again. But all of that is academic or theoretical until, as we've read tonight, we come to the point where we ask God to come into our hearts, which many of us do continually. And we, at another point, when I always come to the table, I think of it as another opportunity to open our hearts and our lives more to receive Christ. And Christ gave this, he said, this bread is me. I don't know what you believe about all that, and if it physically changes and all, I don't know all about that. But, and the cup, he said, is my blood. And when you take this, you take me into yourself. And you invite God into your life as an advent in your very own lives, our very own lives. And so, the words of encouragement tonight, I wish I had a magic Advent wand. Do you have an Advent wand? That I could go around and touch on every person and magically could increase your hunger, my hunger and thirst for righteousness, which the ability that God has given us to be right with God, to be cleansed of anything that would keep us from God, and the promise of the Spirit coming to us, implementing the hope, the peace, the joy, the love that we're talking about here, the greatest gifts that we could ever receive. So, the challenge is, if I could look in each one of your eyes and say, what are you hungry for? Are you hungry for God? I'll raise my hand. I'm hungry for God. God has filled us, will continue to fill us. And as we approach the table, let's open our hearts. Once again, let's open our hearts continually and allow God to come and fill our lives. Let's circle around the table. For those that are hungry, for those